Hey ladies and gents, and welcome to our next video. I think we're on day 7 now of building our e-commerce website. I hope you've been enjoying the video series, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment or you can send me an email. You'll find my email address in the description. First of all, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch this video as well as all my other videos. It really means a lot to me. Really makes me glad if you are following along and you are learning something, and if you are building an e-commerce website. I hope this has been quite a simple process so far. The second thing is, if you found this video through YouTube search or maybe through recommended videos, I would recommend that you click this card that pops up now. This will take you to the playlist and you can start watching from the beginning. If you watch the video from now, you might get lost and not know where we are. I'll also leave the playlist in the description below, so if you've missed that card, just check the description and click on the playlist over there. And then the third thing is, you will need a few things. You will need the Divi page builder, you will need web hosting, and you will need a domain name. If you don't have any of these, I do have links to Elegant Themes where you can purchase Divi, and then I also have a link to Green Geeks where you can purchase a domain name as well as web hosting. And then, just to be upfront with you guys, if you do purchase through the links below, I will receive a commission, but it doesn't cost you anything more. So don't be shy to click those links. It does help support my channel and myself. So if you have purchased through my links, just want to thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. So what will we be doing in this video? Today, we will be building out our checkout page. And this is the last page that your customer will land on before they have to place the order. So they'll get a summary of their order, they'll have to fill in their billing details and then pick their payment method. And after that, they place the order and you receive your money, and then you need to start processing the product for shipping. Now that we're done with the introduction, let's get into it. In the last video, we created this cart page. So when someone has something in their cart, they'll come here, they'll calculate the shipping, and then they'll click this button to proceed to the checkout. It will then bring them to this page over here. And this is the page we will be building today. So let's just run through it quickly. Again, we just have this image with the heading. Then if we scroll down a bit, we have this section here for their billing details, which they can complete, and we have on the right here a summary of their order. So this just shows them what's in their cart. And then if we scroll down further, you'll see this sticks to the top of the page, so it's always in their view. And we scroll down further, they can select this option to create an account and put in a password. If they want their product shipped to a different address, they can check that, and another section opens for them. And then the last section is just the payment option, so they can either pay via direct bank transfer or through PayPal. Then once they've done all that, they can place their order over here. So I just wanted to point something out. I've been noticing when I hover over these buttons in the cart and checkout page, you'll see it goes to this blue color instead of my green color. It's the green color with the opacity that's 90%. So I've made some changes and I'm going to show you how we're going to do it now. But I just want to refresh this page and just show you what happens now. So if I come here and I now hover over my button here, it goes to that green with the opacity that's 90%. And you'll see these buttons also still have an opacity. Now let me show you why it's doing this, and I'm sorry I didn't catch this earlier, but we're just going to have to make one quick change, and I think let's do this now before we jump into the checkout page. Let's go to the front end of our website or our dashboard, and we want to come over here to Divi and then to Theme Customizer, and let's click on that. We then want to come over to Buttons, and let's click on that, and then to Buttons Hover Style. So let's click on that. And if you remember in the first couple of videos we did when we did the customizer, I went ahead and I changed this background color to this blue. And that's why when you hover over those buttons, it's turning to, in my case, the blue. So what you're going to do, you're going to click on this and you're just going to set this to default. And when you set this to default, it will still have an opacity, but the opacity will be around about 20%, but that's fine. As you can see, it's still, let me go to the card page. On these buttons, it works fine. So just remember to do that. Go to the customizer, go to buttons, and then to buttons hover style, and just click this button to set it as default, and then we can publish that. And then we can close it. Right, and then let me come to the front end, and yeah, you'll see the buttons, when you hover over, it's going to that blue color. So let me refresh it. And now when I hover, it's the green color where I've set the opacity. So that's all we had to do there. That's why it was doing that. I don't know why it works like that when you change it in the builder on that specific page, but that's a way to work around it. So I've come back to my dashboard, and let us come over to Divi. And if Divi's not open like this for you, just hover over it and you'll get this option for theme builder, and just click on that. We then want to come over here to this empty block and add a new template. So let's click that button, and then we want to choose this option to build new template. We then want to scroll down, and we want to come to the WooCommerce pages, and we want to choose checkout, and then we can click this button to create a template. Then let's come over here and click where it says add custom body, and then I'm going to choose an option to copy from template, and I'm going to use my cart page. Then what we can do, we can click on the edit button for the checkout. First thing we're going to do, let us change this heading. So let's click on the module settings. I'm just going to lock it to the left. And then I'm just going to change this to checkout. And then we can save that because all our styling has been done on previous pages. And again, if you want, you can change this image out. I'm just going to leave my image as is. Then over here, on this Woo notice, what we want to do, we want to come into the settings, and just for page type, we just want to change it to the checkout page because that's the page we're on now. And you'll see this is what your Woo notices will look like. So again, because we've done all the styling, we can just save that. We don't have to worry about going into the style tab, and then we can scroll down, and then let us see what is next. So what we need to do is put in a row with 2 columns. So let's do that. I'm going to now delete this because this is for the cart page. We don't need that. I'm also going to delete this row because we don't need that. And I'm going to delete this as well because that's also for the cart page. So let's come over here and add a new row. And we do that by clicking this green button. And the row I'm going to insert is this one over here. So it's a 2-column row, but your left column is more wider than your right column. So let's select that option. And for the module, we're going to search for something called Woo Checkout Billing. So if you just type in Woo Checkout, it's this first one here that says Woo Checkout Billing. So let's select that module. I'm just going to scroll a bit down, and here it is over here. So again, we can click on these edit buttons and go into each specific one and make our changes. And I'm not going to do many changes here, otherwise this video is going to drag on, but there are a couple of changes I am going to make. The first one is this heading that says billing details. So let's click on that edit button. So the first thing I want to change is the font. And as I said, I don't want to use this font of Tenor Sans on my normal headings, just on page headings. So I'm going to come to title font, and I'm going to change that to my Inter font. Then for font weight, I'm going to leave it as regular. The title font style, I just want to see what I've done here. So I've got it all uppercase. So I'm going to choose all uppercase there as well. For text alignment, I'm going to leave it as default to the left. The title text color, I'm going to leave as default. The title text size, I do want to make changes here. So I'm going to click on the mobile icon because I want to change it on the different views. For desktop, I want to make it 24 pixels. And then tablet, I'm going to leave as 24 pixels. And then I just want to come to the phone view. And I'm going to make it 20 pixels on phone. So that's what it'll look like on phone. Let's go back to the desktop view. Then the next thing, let's click on the next edit button, which is for these labels. And then all I'm going to do here, again, guys, you can go through this and you can change like this red indicator here to another color. And you can go through it and change what you want. I'm just going to do some minor changes here. So the only thing I'm going to do is change the size of the font. So I'm going to come here to the text size. And again, I'm going to click my mobile icon. And then for desktop, I'm going to make it 18 pixels. I'm going to leave it as that for tablet. And then I'm just going to come to phone and change it to 16 pixels. Then let's go back to desktop. And that's all I'm going to do for the billing. So we can save that. And then let's come over to our right-hand column and let's add a new module. And again, we can type Woo Checkout. And then I want the second option here, which is Woo Checkout Details. And then again, there's just a few changes I'm going to make here. So let's click on the first edit button for your order. For title font, I'm going to change this again to my Inter font. The title font weight I'm going to leave as is. Title font style, I'm going to select uppercase. Title text alignment, I'm going to leave it as default to the left. Title text color, I'm also going to leave as default. And then again, title text size, I'm going to click on the mobile icon. For desktop, I'm going to make this 24 pixels again, so it matches with our billing details. Tablet, I'm going to leave it as 24, but phone, I'm going to make it 20 pixels. Let's just go down. So there it is over there. Let's go back to desktop. Let's come back here. And then if you click on the next edit button, this is for the table, which you'll see there's like a gray table, but I don't want that one. I'm going to go to the next one, and that will be for the actual column labels. So you'll see there it's got a heading column labels. And then there's just a couple of changes I'm going to make here. So the font I'm going to leave as default. The weight I'm going to leave as regular. The column label font style, I want to change it to uppercase. Then the text alignment I'm going to leave as default. The text color, I just want to make it darker. So I'm going to choose my black color. And then for the text size, I am going to change this. So I'm going to select the mobile icon. For desktop and tablet, I'm going to make it 18 pixels. And then on phone, I'm going to make it 16 pixels. So it looks like that now. So let's go back to desktop. So let's come over here and let's click on the next edit button. And this will be for our body text. So it's all this text over here. And then the only change I'm going to make is to the body text size. And I'm going to click on the mobile icon. For desktop, I'm going to make it 18 pixels. And then for phone, you've guessed it, it's going to be 16 pixels. Just want to come down, and that's how it will look on phone. Let's go back to desktop, and that's how it will look on desktop. Let's save this. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see it doesn't stick to the top, and I'm talking about this order part. And on the original build I did, it does stick like that. So let's do that. Let's go into the row settings. So it's the green box. And then let's go to the second column settings. And then we want to come to the advanced tab. And luckily we don't have to put any code. This is already built into Divi. We want to come right to the bottom here and choose scroll effects. And I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I'm just going to set this so it sticks to the top when we scroll. So under sticky position, where it says do not stick, we want to change this to stick to top. And then for the sticky top offset, I just want to show you, if I scroll now, you'll see it sticks right to the top there, which I don't want. I want to move it down a bit. So I'm going to move it down by 20 pixels. And you'll see now there's a bit of space at the top there. You can play around with that and see what suits you best. And then for the bottom sticky limit, I just want to set this to row so that this won't stick beyond our row. And then that's it. And then we can save that and save it again. And you'll see now it sticks when we scroll, which is what we want. Okay, let's see what we need to do next. So the next thing we need to add is this shipping option. And this is if your customers want to ship the products to a different address. So in their billing details, they put their address, but they might want to ship it off to another person. So that's why there's that option. If you don't want to use this option, you don't have to use it. Let's go back to the theme builder and let's come down over here. So just under our billing information here, let's add a new module by clicking the gray button. And again, let's search for Woo Checkout. And we want to choose this last option, which is Woo Checkout Shipping. And then there's just a couple of changes I'm going to make here. It's basically the same as the billing one. So let's just click on the heading edit button. So my title font, I want to change it to Inter. Font weight, I'm going to leave the same. The font style, I want it all uppercase. The alignment, I'm going to leave as default. Color, I'm going to leave as default. And then the text color, I'm going to click on my mobile icon. For desktop and tablet, I want it 24 pixels. And then on phone, I want to make it 20 pixels. So that's how it looks on phone. And that's how it looks on desktop. Then let's come to the next setting, which is the field labels. And the only thing I'm going to change there is the size. So I'm going to come here to field label text size. I'm going to click on the mobile icon. For desktop and tablet, I'm going to make it 18 pixels. And then for phone, I'm going to make it 16 pixels. We can go back to desktop. And you'll see this is sticking as we scroll. So that's all I'm going to do for the shipping. We can save that. And let's see what else we need to do. So the last one is the payment option. So let's go back to the theme builder. Let's come to the bottom here and add a new module by clicking the gray button. And again, let's search for Woo Checkout. And then we want to choose this option over here, which is Woo Checkout Payment. Just going to scroll down here. And then we can edit some of the stuff if you want to. So let's click on this top one, which is the direct bank transfer. And this is called selected radio button. So there's nothing I'm going to change here. You guys again can play around with this. If I change, for instance, to this pink color, you'll see what it's changing over there. I don't want it the pink color, so I'm just going to reset that. The selected radio button text color, so it would be this one because this is selected. So when it says selected, it means it's got this blue like dot. So that's what it is. So I'm going to leave that as is. I'll just come down here. I'll change the font style to uppercase. And you'll see it'll make it uppercase. Then for the radio button text size, I'm just going to come in here. Select my mobile icon. For the desktop and tablet, I want to make it 24 pixels. So it just sticks out a bit more. And then for phone, I'm going to make it 20 pixels. So that's what it looks like on phone. Then let's come over here. Then we can edit the next section, which is this over here. This is the tooltip. I'm not really going to make any changes here except for the text size. So where it's tooltip text size, I'm going to click on my mobile icon again. For desktop and tablet, I'm going to make it 18 pixels. And then on phone, I'm going to make it 16 pixels. So that's what it looks like on phone. Let's go back to desktop. We can come here. So this is just called radio buttons. So it's not selected radio buttons, it's just radio buttons. And again, you can change things here to your liking. I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to change my text size. Again, I'm going to click the mobile icon, and for desktop and tablet, it's going to be 18 pixels. And on phone, it's going to be 16 pixels. Let's go back to desktop. Then we can come to the next section. So I don't know why this is not working, why my cursor is not working, but it's fine. I'll just come down over here. So radio buttons we're done with. Selected radio button we're done with, that was this one over here. The tooltip we're done with, that was this over here. Form notice is this with this blue background, so we can click on that. And I'm going to change the background to my dark blue. And then I'm just going to come down. The form notice text size, again, I'm going to click on the mobile icon. For desktop and tablet, I'm going to leave it as 18 pixels, but for phone, I'm going to make it 16 pixels. Let's go back to desktop. And then I'm just going to close the form notice. So the next one is the button, which is over here. But I think let's just deal with this over here, which is paragraph text, or body text, I should call it. So it's this over here. Let's click on the body text. The font I'm going to leave as default. The font weight I'm going to leave as regular. The font style, I'm not going to change anything. Alignment, I'm going to leave as default. Text color, I'm going to leave as default. Just the text size, again, I'm going to select my mobile icon. And for desktop and tablet, I'm going to make it 18 pixels. And then on phone, I'm going to make it 16 pixels. Let's go back to desktop. Let's just scroll down. I managed to get my edit buttons back. So the last thing we're going to change is our button. Let's click on that edit button. And use custom styles for button. We're going to select yes. So button text size, I'm going to click the mobile icon. For desktop, I'm going to make it 24 pixels. For tablet, I'm also going to leave it at 24 pixels. And then on phone, I'm going to make it 20 pixels. Let's go back to desktop. Right, text color, I'm going to leave as white. The button background color, I'm going to change to my green. And then I'm going to select the cursor and select the hover option and change it to my green with some opacity. Then go back to desktop, or I should say normal state. Scroll down. Button border width, I don't want to give it a border, so I'm going to make it 0. The border color we don't have to worry about. The border radius I'm going to leave as 20 pixels. Letter spacing I'm going to leave as 0. The font I'm going to leave as default. The font weight I'm going to leave as regular. The button font style, it's already uppercase, so I'm going to leave it as is. And for show button icon, I'm going to say no. And that is it for the button. So we're done with that now. We can save that. Once we've done that, we can click those 3 dots and click the save button. And then we can exit here. And then just remember to click this green button to save all your changes. So let's go to the front end of our website. And I'm just opening it in the new tab. And you can do that by just clicking on the name of your website over here. And let's go to the sale page. Again, I'll be building the home page out in the next couple of videos. And let's pick a product. And then let's choose a variation here. So I'm just going to go with black and the 10-inch. And it shows 100 in stock, and we can add it to cart. So guys, this is what we've built so far. We then get this notice here to say that the product's been added to the cart. We can view the cart. So this is what we built in our last video. So this is what we've added in the cart. And then we can click this button to proceed to checkout. And here's the page we've just built, which is our checkout page. And you'll see this sticks to the top as we go down. And that's it. We are done with the checkout page. Ladies and gents, thanks so much for sitting through this video and watching it. And if you're following along, I hope it's helped you out. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. Otherwise, send me an email. You'll find my email address in the description. And guys, I am here to help you. So if there's anything maybe that I haven't explained properly or I've confused you along the way, please guys, get in contact with me. And then if you need a website built, maybe you don't have time to do it, or maybe the task just is a bit too daunting, then you'll find a link to my website in the description. If you click on that link, it will take you to my website, and there's a button there where you can book a free call, and then we can discuss your project and take it from there. Otherwise, feel free to send me an email. And then if you guys found this video helpful and you've enjoyed it, please consider liking this video. It does help my YouTube channel and it helps this video get out to more people. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, please also consider subscribing and then hitting that notification bell so that you're notified every time I release a new video. And then I have released some other tutorials. There are ones with other website builds I've done. And then there's more advanced tutorials for those of you who really want to get into Divi and create other amazing things in Divi. So you should see the playlist popping up around about now. And that's it for another video, guys. I'll chat to you soon. Have a good one. Cheers.